Hello, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making a country girl's carbonara. This is such a simple recipe and it's absolutely delicious. I'm starting with a few chopped onions. You can use as many or as little as you want, or none at all. And I'm actually sauteing these onions in bacon fat. This is why I'm calling it a country girl's carbonara. I made Jimmy some bacon earlier and I just saved the drippings in the pan, and I made a few extra pieces anticipating my lunch today. Jimmy's working through lunch today. I've got some errands to run this afternoon, so I just thought I'll put together a simple, easy something that I love. This definitely has my name written all over it. Now I have my heat on a medium-high heat, and I just want these onions to get a little translucent. I want to take the edge off of them just a little bit. Onions become sweet and caramelized the more that you cook them, and it takes that sharp bite out. I've already cooked my pasta, and this is a really flexible dish. You can use any type pasta that you like. I'm using some linguine. I love the flat pasta because it really helps this sauce that we're about to make cling, and it's so good. But feel free to use spaghetti or angel hair or just really anything you like. Now I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit. My onions are looking good. Now when you cook your pasta, all you want to make sure of is that your water is as salty as the sea. Remember that when you're cooking pasta and potatoes, because they're a starch and they really don't have much flavor. So just remember, give it a little taste. If it tastes like the ocean, you know that you're on the right track. Now I've drained my pasta and it's going right in. I'm going to turn down my heat, and I'm wanting to heat my pasta up, but I don't want it to get scalding hot. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Now I love pasta and I love all the cream-based sauce, but those can be really high in calories and in fat. So the carbonara uses an egg to give it that silky, creamy flavor. And I have a very small egg. I have some fresh eggs that were given to me by our neighbors at the cabin, and they're just perfect for this. Now I'm going to crack this in my dish. First of all, it is a fresh egg, and I want to make sure everything is good. This is looking good. Just going to break up this egg. And I'm adding my pasta broth. When I drained my pasta, I saved back my broth because it's a great way to loosen up your pasta and also add more flavor back into your dish. Now I have my heat turned completely off now, and you can see that this is still piping hot. And one of the reasons is because I've used a cast iron skillet. One thing about cast iron is that it gets hotter and hotter. So you really want to watch cooking in that. And you know what? I'm going to add just a little bit of this pasta water. Just a nice little round. That sounds perfect. The reason why I don't want it too hot is that I don't want to scramble this egg. I want it to slowly cook in the pasta, but if the pasta is too hot, then you will truly have scrambled eggs. So I'm just going to mix this in. it's already looking so good. And do you see what that egg does? Yum. Now, I have some Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to grate this just as much as you want. I like a good heaping amount. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and just toss this around. That egg keeps you from having to add the heavy cream. Heavy cream is delicious in this, but I promise you that with your pasta broth and your egg, you're not going to miss that heavy cream at all. It adds so much flavor. Now I have my bacon, and I'm just going to toss that in. Let's see how we did. Just going to twist it, and a little bit more Parmesan cheese because we can. We didn't add heavy cream, so that means we can have more cheese, right? That's definitely my theory. Oh, look at this. And if you want to add a little spice, drop a pinch or two of your red pepper flakes in this. It's amazing. Now, I have some fresh basil starting to grow again, and I'm just going to tear these leaves and drop this all over the top. Now, another thing that you could add to this are some fresh diced tomatoes. You can even toss spinach in this. Listen, the sky's the limit. Make it like you want. And if you want a little garlic, you can definitely add that. Now, let's see how I did. This is amazing. So good. You've got the flavor of the onions. You don't really taste the egg. The egg just adds a creamy element to this. And it's so flavorful and delicious. Oh, I definitely hope that you'll make this country girl carbonara and make it your own. You're a blessing to me. Thanks so much for watching today. Will you press that like button and share this video with your friends? And if you haven't already, subscribe to Kathy's Southern Kitchen on Facebook and YouTube. Well, I am going to go be alone with my country girl pasta carbonara. I'll see you next time.